Welcome back to my channel. Today I finally sat down to make this video for you guys. It is my Morphe haul first impressions review video. I got all of these brushes and I tried to use pretty much all of them but one in this whole makeup look that I created. So got 7 eyeshadows. Let me tell you the story. My sweet husband took me on a spontaneous date. We drove up to Burbank. We were from San Diego to the Morphe store. Gave me a limit to spend. It was like the coolest thing ever. Then he took me to dinner to Sir Restaurant and that was super cool. Then we went to the Hollywood Boulevard to walk around and took me to Sephora and bought me like 2 more little things from there. And oh my god, did I not get spoiled or what? So thank you so much, my love. I love you for that. Well, obviously more, but I love you for doing that. Thank you so much. And now I get to share with you guys all of the sweet little brushes that I've been wanting to get and finally got my hands on. And let me tell you, this was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life with makeup brushes. Anyways, I'm super happy with my purchase. I'm super happy with the eyeshadows. They're so buttery. Amazing. I have really wrinkly, creasy eyelids and these eyeshadows, I only have 7 of them, but using those on my eyelids, on my creasy eyelids, they are just amazing. They do not enhance the wrinkles that I already have. They feel super smooth. When we layer powders over and they just kind of start feeling a little bit heavier, especially for myself. And these just, they didn't. I don't know how. I don't know what they put in them, but they just feel super smooth, super lightweight, and you could just see every single shadow color and wherever you place it, especially with the brushes, when you blend it out, just everything. I'm just super happy with my purchase. Super happy with every single brush and eyeshadow, and also the experience that I had at the store. It was awesome. The store is super small. I think I only saw like maybe 2 or 3 girls working, but it just seemed like there were so many because actually Natalie's the one that helped me, so shout out to Natalie. Thank you so much for your help. Every 10 minutes, 5 minutes, she just kept coming back to me, checking on me, letting me know a little bit of that brush that I was holding in my hand. I could hear her talking to another customer, them, and then coming back to me, and it was just like an overall super positive experience at the store. Shout out to all the Morphe girls there. Anyways, yeah, this is my Morphe review so far in like 2.5 seconds, but stay tuned for the video just to hear a little the details and how I created this makeup look. Yeah, so just keep watching. So many goodies. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off by priming my face, and like I said, I'm going to try using most of my brushes just to see how they feel and what we can also use them for, just for their specific purpose. Prime my face. I think I'm actually going to use this Morphe G6 flat buffer. It's actually very small. I'm going to use the Nivea Men's Post Shape Balm. I'm actually first going to clean the brush since I haven't use them and they're straight from the packet. I just sprayed a little bit of daily brush cleaner and just rub it on top of a paper towel and should be pretty clean. Smells good too. Or some on top of my brush and just kind of smear it around evenly. The brush definitely feels a little bit more dense. I do like it. Right now using it to prime my face or use 5 stars for the G6. Now I'm going to use the brush to apply my foundation, and this one is like a medium size foundation brush. My thumb. So compared to the G6, this is more compact. This one's medium size. This one, it feels a little bit more soft, more flexible. I feel like they're just gliding on your face, like gentle, kind of like a feather just brushing through your face. I want to use it with my Makeup Forever foundation stick because I already know that with the powder foundation, my Physicians formula applies really, really nice and very airbrushed. So I'm just going to, I don't know if I wanted to push it in my face. Either or. So, okay, for the Morphe E6, for some reason to me it feels like my e.l.f. flat brush, buffer brush, I guess. I don't have any of my brushes right now. They're all so dirty. But this one kind of just feels like a regular other flat brush. Apply cream foundation. Like I said, I've been using it to my powder foundation, and I feel like I like this brush a lot more for powder than for cream foundations. It's like the little bristles just sort of like get stuck as I'm blending in on my face. If you don't have any flat brushes, I would say get this one. You could use it for a lot of things. It's not a cheap brush, $13.49. Like I said, this one sort of reminds me of my e.l.f. flat brush, and that one's only what, like $6. So in my opinion, I feel like I would pass on this one. But it's still really nice. Coverage, I mean, I feel like it didn't really do any much of a difference or feel any different than any of my other flat brushes. Concealer. Get me concealer, the color 20. I don't know what brush to use. You know what? I'm going to go back to my G6 just to try it out with this one. Buff out my concealer. It's a pretty small brush, so I feel like it'll get under my eyes really well and just on the side of my nose. Yeah, it's doing a good job. I definitely love this brush. It's like a multi-purpose brush, and it blends out my concealer really well. Okay, now to set my entire face, I've been using the Morphe E3. This is the Precision Pointed Powder Brush, and it's $15.29. So it's a lot bigger. I got a second one, and I'll show you in a little bit, but I got this to set my under eye or just my entire face or even blush, but I've been using it to set my under eye so it gets a larger surface of my face rather than using a smaller brush. I love this brush. When I first used it, I was like, oh my god. It feels like you're applying a very light coverage on your face, especially with powders. It doesn't feel like you're applying so much or like you have to like tap the excess out, because once you apply it on your face, it just distributes the amount very lightly and just effortlessly. So I really love this brush. So another thing that I just want to mention really quick, I got 10% off at the store because I named one of my favorite YouTubers that is affiliated with Morphe. So if you know anybody that has a coupon code, just let them know their name. Give you a 10% off your entire purchase. So all the prices that are actually listed on the side already have that 10% applied on it. E3 Precision Pointed Brush, it says $15.29, so I'm pretty sure it was $15.99. Anyways, getting back, finish up my face. Another brush to setting your foundation. I actually use this one instead of the other one, but I'll just show you guys right now. This one is the Round Deluxe. It's like a super big fluffy powder dome brush. I was deciding between this one or the gunmetal one, but this one seemed a little bit bigger than the gunmetal. It's just like such a nice, I'm just gonna apply a little bit more powder just for the purpose of the video. Ooh. Oh, it just like feels like it's like gliding on your face, or you have like a cloud just like pouncing on your face. Oh, I love this brush. Let's keep going. Highlight my under eye a little bit more. I got the M554, which is $8.99, and it's the under eye setting brush, and it's super duper whoop soft. So I'm going to use that to apply some highlight, my Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, and some of my yellow powder. Going to apply it on the under eyes. It's weird with the powder, it's feeling a little scratchy. I don't know why. It feels very different on my hand than it does on my face. That's weird. Yeah, it feels really itchy. So I'm not sure about this one. Okay, now to bronze up my face and kind of contour, warm up, I'm going to use the 527. And this one is the Deluxe Pointed Powder. I have the middle shade color from the contour palette. Ooh. Love how it just like grabs like the perfect amount to build it up. When I want to do like the contour right here, I really feel the tip of the brush really get into my jawline. I'm going to grab the little darker shade on the left and try to carve out a little bit. Oh yeah. And I'm going to try to carve out my nose with this same brush. I don't really mind not having like a precise nose contour. Just kind of like a natural shadow, and I think it's sort of enough to straighten out my crooked nose. Definitely love this brush. Apply some highlight. The smaller one, E48, which is the mini pointed powder. So it's a little bit more dense, this one. But again, it's still super soft, super gentle. Look how it bends on my hand. And I thought it would just be perfect to really blend out that highlight. And if I really wanted to be precise, I just lifted the brush up for the, for the point on top of your nose and just on your cupid's bow and so forth. Wet n Wild by Fergie Champagne Glow. So it's a little bit on the rosy side. I love how I can just go right under my eyebrow to highlight. This brush feels so nice, and it really feels like it's just blending it and applying it ever so softly in. Let's apply some on the top of the bridge of my nose. If you can tell, I'm really loving this brush. Now let's apply some blush, and I really like more of a like rounded tip brushes for blush. This is the M556 Detail Contour Fluff. So this is supposed to be for contouring. Do see that happening. It's round, so I feel like this brush just has so many purposes. I'm gonna apply some blush with this one though, because that's mainly like what I got it for. And I'm grabbing this MAC Golden Rinse bronzing powder. Has like a really pretty rosy toned shade. This brush definitely picks up a lot of product. Love this brush. See how as I'm applying it, I'm putting more pressure on it to blend it out exactly where I wanted. Now to clean up right here my contour line, because I go back to my E3 and grab some of that yellow, probably just that white since I don't have any more yellow. And I like the tip just lets me right-hand it with it. Not necessarily like what they call it, like baking. Just cleaning it up. Love it. Love it. Okay, now that I'm all blushed up and glowed up, let's move to the eyes. Eyebrows. Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal. All of these eye brushes. The M250S, which is like a detailed eyeliner. I also got the E22, which is a pointed blender brush. So I'm pretty excited about that one. The M167. The G18 crease brush. I've been wanting kind of like a detailed pencil crease brush, and this one is the bullet crease brush. Pointy. That would be good for the inner corner, maybe for your nose highlight if you really put that crease, do that precise C. So many purposes. Another one that's sort of the same is the M560. This is the detailed crease brush, so it's a little bit smaller. It's super soft. No, just like the brush felt like it would be more of like for a cream shadow. Then I got 3 more brushes. E10 is a tapered concealer brush. I like to use this lid primers or just another shadow brush. Okay, almost done. E27, and this one is the Pro Round Blender. This one, I got this mostly for a crease, just to blend it out really well. I have another one that I always use. It's from the Essential Tools brand, and I believe they don't have that style anymore, so I felt like every time I would use it on one of my videos, everybody would ask me what that brush is, and there's no more available. So I wanted to get something that I knew that was sort of similar to it. If I use it in videos, you guys will be able to purchase it. And last but not least, the M170-8. This is the oval lip. So this is for lip gloss or lipstick brush. Actually using for a shadow brush just to really pack that glittery shadow on as well, or cream or base shadow for your lid. Now for the shadows, got a Z palette from Sephora. Since I got all of these shadows, I got 6 small shadows and then 1 big one. ES503. See Through My Eyes, ES46, really beautiful blue. Gumdrop, ES21. Fiesta. This is the ES66. Got Deep Cocoa, ES24. Rosewood, it's a really pretty, like, deep plum color. Lamb Life, ES98, which is like a shimmery color, so I thought it'd be really pretty for highlight. I'm gonna swatch this one for you guys. It's like a really pretty gold shimmery inner corner highlight, or just all over the lid. So I'm gonna apply some concealer to my lids. I'll use it as a primer. E10 to blend that out. Okay, I'm going to use the same brush to set my lids and a Bondi palette. I'm going to grab the E22, the middle one, for my crease, just to prep my eyes for the next shadow. I really like this brush. I like how I can actually place it, the little tip, on my crease and then blend it out. Still see more of my lid space. You can tell that it's on my crease. I really like that. Thank you. Thank you, brush. So that one is the E22. I think I'm going to continue using the E22 to apply Gumdrop. Dip it right in there and go all over my crease. I'm going very gently because I've never used these colors, so I'm trying to see how the color or the pigmentation is, and it's super duper pigmented. Still super soft. Usually my lids, even like after applying like a second eyeshadow, they start looking like really creasy, or just like almost like if they were way too dry. And these actually look really soft. So it was definitely easier blending out the one on my left because I knew how pigmented these shadows were. Super easy to blend out. The G18, and go into, what color is this? Fiesta. On the corner, lid, don't go all the way in. E24, and go back to the color Fiesta and really dip it into it, just like the tip, so I can apply it right on my crease but avoiding my lid space. You know how some brushes sometimes when you're applying shadow, they like pulls your eyelid? It doesn't really let you work as soft as you would like, especially for myself that I have really creasy eyelids. Not messing up like the detail part that I want to do on my crease. I really like that. Grab Glam Life with my M16 and just apply it all in the inner corner. Blend it out a little bit All these shadows are just applying together so well. They don't look like they're too much or like caked on like some shadows do. Creasy eyelids are taking it very well. This brush is super dense. Still blending out. Wearing it like on the corners or sides like how I wanted it to. It's like the perfect size for my eyelids too. I like it. I love that color too. I'm going to go back into my G6 brush. Just a little bit of that color Fiesta. Reapply it on the corner. Blend it together with Glam Life. So pretty. Now for my lower lash line, grab my E24. Grab the color Cocoa. Maybe just a little bit on the corner over here. Color Linger. Just a tiny bit. And work it on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go back to my G18 and grab a drop. Just press it into the lower lash line. And then blend it out. I'm going to go back to my Wet n Wild by Fergie and grab the M50 for my highlight. This brush is so soft. I love how it's applying exactly where I wanted. I really like that pointed tip because it's getting right under my arch and it's not messing up the color of my brow. I'm going to do eyeliner. I'm going to try out the M250S and I'm going to use my Inglot liner number 77. The brush really feels super like stiff. Very controlled, especially I think if you're just starting off, and this brush will definitely help you create wing. I like this brush a lot. And you know how sometimes with brushes leave you like ripples when you make your eyeliner? This hardly has any ripples because I have such wrinkly eyelids. It's like super tough for me to just work with the gel liner. And this is so precise. So wings done. I think it did a really good job. It was quick. Alright guys, so this is the final result. I'm using all of my new Morphe brushes and my new shadows that I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful for some of you guys. Maybe help you decide on what brushes to get and their eyeshadows, got some new ones. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!